Welcome to episode 1355 of the Multifamily Collective. Today I wanted to talk about a book that I'm reading. I'm not talking about the book, but rather a story in the book. The book is Unreasonable Hospitality by Will Gadara. I'm sure I'm mispronouncing that, and I apologize. Not that Will's going to be watching this podcast, but anyway, Will tells a story in the book about unreasonable hospitality I thought was pretty cool. And it was about a group of foreign tourists who had come to New York under the premise that they were going to visit all the major four-star restaurants in the city. And that was the idea, that was the journey, that was the mission. So they got through to 11 Madison Park, which is the restaurant that Will owns, with Daniel, who is his partner, who's also the chef. And through the course of a conversation that the group is having at a table, Will overheard them say, the only thing we regret that we not done so far is to eat one of the world famous street dogs, hot dog. And so Will, having overheard this, ran out to a streetcar on the side, not a streetcar, but rather a food cart, and bought a hot dog, took it back inside, had Daniel plate the hot dog and split it into four, and he took it over to the table and sat it down. And for this group of tourists, it was the most epic moment for them in their tour of New York and their whole trip. And the point of it was that is a story that those four people will tell for the rest of their lives, right? They will probably and likely talk about the four-star restaurants that they ate at, but they will always highlight and set apart 11 Madison Park and Will's action to go out and get a hot dog off of the street, have it plated, and then brought over to them and served before they left for the airport to get back to their country. So the point here, the punchline of this video is there are epic moments that you can create in your multifamily resident experience, or even prospect experience, or even alumni experience. There are a million things you can do. You can sit down and think through just epic things that you could possibly do that you could put on a program, but also being attuned, being aware, being mindful of conversations that are happening in your leasing offices all across this country every single day, that you overhear a resident talk about something and you go out and create an epic moment for them that gives cause for them to tell stories. Word of mouth marketing, right? It's not about the marketing though. It's just creating that epic moment that gets imbued on that resident, prospect, alumni's mind, that gets cause for them to talk about you. Take care. We'll talk to you again soon.